The newest Pokemon games in the series are here. Pokemon Legends Z through A much needed third title for the Kalos region, not only brings us back to the titular region, but also is bringing back one of the best and most beloved mechanics in Pokemon, Mega Evolution. Now, after a few weeks of this new game being announced, many have speculated what Pokemon could be possibly getting new Mega forms. And I took it upon myself to start looking around the community and seeing what people have said. I compiled a top 10 list of Pokemon that could be likely candidates to get a Mega Evolution out of what everybody has been saying in the community. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the top 10 Pokemon that should get a Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends Z through A. Number 10. Let's start off with a cool and icy Pokemon, Mega Frostlass. Mega Frostlass honestly is really deserving of a Mega form because it is the counterpart to Glalie, who has a Mega Evolution already. Not only is Frostlass really beloved upon a lot of people in the community, it is also super underrated Generation 4 Pokemon. A lot of fans are gunning for it to get a Mega Evolution, especially because of its connection to Glalie. Which in my opinion, I think there's like a 90% chance for Frostlass to get a Mega Evolution. So that's why it lands at number 10. Now let's move on to number 9, Mega Snorlax. The big bad normal type of Generation 1. It's honestly surprising to me that the most love this Pokemon has gotten is only in a G-Max form. I think a big evolution like the Megas, or even a regional Snorlax would be great to see for this Pokemon. And I'm really hoping that it gets more love, especially as a Generation 1 Pokemon. Now let's move on to number 8, which is honestly one that people shouldn't be surprised is here. Mega Dragonite. Now, Dragonite is an all-time favorite pseudo-legendary Pokemon who surprisingly actually hasn't really received much love from the Pokemon Company. In my opinion, I think it really is one of the best Pokemon that deserves a Mega Evolution. And I also think if we are to see any pseudo-legendaries get a Mega Evolution, it will be this Pokemon. Dragonite is an amazing contender to get this Mega form. And I hope I get to see this extreme speeding beast get a Mega Evolution. Now let's lock on to number 7, Mega Milotic. Another fan favorite Pokemon from Generation 3. Milotic is a beautiful Pokemon loved by many, and can be seen as a counterpart to Gyarados. And since Gyarados has a Mega Evolution, I honestly think that Milotic has a really good chance to get a Mega form. So I can see Game Freak giving this beautiful beast a Mega Evolution, and honestly, I really can't wait to see if it does. And honestly, I think if it does get a Mega Evolution, I think it will be a beast of a Pokemon, especially in competitive. Now let's move on to number 6. When Mega Pokemon were first introduced in Generation 6, it was actually slightly surprising we got almost no Pokemon from Kalos that could Mega Evolve. Well, I guess I don't really count the one Pokemon we got. Fancy. That thing is forgettable. So in my opinion, it would be really amazing to see more Generation 6 Pokemon get Megas. And the one I chose for this spot is Mega Noivern. I think Noivern is probably one of the best Pokemon in Generation 6, with Talonflame, Hawlucha, Heliolisk, and Goodra, and Aegislash. The list can go on. Generation 6 actually has amazing Pokemon now that I think about it. But I think if Noivern were to get a Mega Evolution, I think many people would be happy, and I honestly think it is the most deserving of a Mega Evolution. Now let's move on to number 5. Now we're in the top 5, guys. Alright, so one of the best Pokemon is gonna be in this spot, and it's hailing from none other than Unova. Mega Crocodile, I think, is one of the best contenders to get a Mega Evolution. Unfortunately, we didn't see anything regarding Generation 5 in the Pokemon Presents in February, but it'd be great to see this made up for with more Gen 5 Pokemon getting Mega Evolutions. And I think Crocodile is deserving of a Mega form. Out of all the Pokemon in Generation 5, I think it is the Pokemon that deserves it the most. So I'm really hoping that Mega Crocodile ends up becoming a thing. But let me know, what do you think will be the Unovan representative for Megas? Or if we'll have multiple? Now let's move on to number 4, Mega Luxray. A big fan favorite from Gen 4. We might have seen a lot of Gen 4 through BDSP and Legends Arceus the past 2 years, but I think one of the Pokemon that deserves this is Luxray. And not only is it super underrated and such a fan favorite Pokemon throughout all of Pokemon, I think if we got a Mega form, it would most likely get maybe a new typing, which could be an Electric Dark, which can fill a lot of fantasies for a lot of people in the Pokemon community. Because I think when I was growing up, I was actually hoping that Shinx would evolve into an Electric and Dark type. And actually, I thought that Luxray had a Dark type typing for a while. So it would be amazing to see Mega Luxray this love in the shape of a Mega form and possibly a new typing. Now let's go to number 3. This spot holds a bundle of Pokemon, which includes the Mega versions of the Kalos starters. But this is for good reason. I think all the Kalos starters should receive a Mega evolution because of their association with Kalos. Especially since Greninja has lost its Ash Greninja form. I think this would be beautiful to see it reborn into a Mega evolution instead, but who knows? I think it would be great to see Chestnut and Delphox get a Mega evolution as well, boosting their popularity and their stats. Now we've entered the top 2, and this number 2 pick is honestly sort of a biased opinion from me, and that pick would be Haxorus to get a Mega evolution. I think Haxorus is a fantastic Pokemon from Generation 5 who actually always gets overshadowed by Hydreigon. And I think it'd be amazing if Game Freak decided to give Haxorus a Mega form in order to compete with its pseudo-legendary representative. Now let's go to number 1. And at this spot, out of all the Pokemon that are available, I think the one that deserves a Mega evolution the most is... Stop right there. I have come from the future. As you can see, my hair is massively grown out than what is in the original video. Probably around 3 months have passed. Holy crap. But I forgot to mention the honorable mentions. And honestly, there's a lot of Pokemon that do deserve honorable mentions. I can't name all of them, obviously, but I'm gonna name about 5, maybe 10. I think Hydreigon, Zoroark, Breloom, Crawdaunt, Walrein, Lapras, Hydreigon. Did I mention Hydreigon already? But I think all those Pokemon pretty much do deserve Mega Evolutions as well. But since they're honorable mentions, they didn't deserve it as much as the ones listed here, at least in my opinion. And if you have a different opinion, please let me know in the comments below what Pokemon deserves a Mega Evolution the most in your opinion. Remember, all your guys' opinions matter as well, and hopefully Game Freak will give us something that satisfies all of us. So let's get back to the regularly scheduled program as I list the number 1 Pokemon that deserves a Mega Evolution. Flygon. I think we all know that Flygon is probably the most anticipated Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution, because not only did Game Freak say they wanted to give it a Mega Evolution originally back in Generation 6, it is one of the most fan-favorited Pokemon of all time. So I don't think I really need to explain why Flygon deserves a Mega Evolution. Because even though Flygon is an amazing Pokemon already, I think it deserves a lot more power-ups to elevate it to the status that everybody perceives it as, especially in VGC and etc. It'd be dope to see a Mega Flygon flying around in Kalos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the top 10 list of what Pokemon should get Mega Evolutions or what Pokemon are deserving of the Mega Evolutions. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see from the new Legends Z through A game and what Pokemon you want to get a Mega Evolution. In my opinion, I think there will be about 10 to 20 Mega Evolutions unless they do regional forms. If they do regional forms, I think it'll be between 10, maybe even 15 at most for Megas, but we'll see. Maybe they won't even do that many. I really hope they do, honestly. I really hope they do give us a lot of Megas back, honestly. And also, let me know what starters you guys want to see in Legends Z through A as well. I would love to see my boy Turtwig get some love in Legend Z through A, but I'm not sure if that will be entirely the case. Maybe I should do a video on that as well. Alright guys, so make sure to hit that bell below, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to try and get more videos out, and hopefully we'll get some more shinies too over on our Twitch. So make sure to follow us there, twitch.tv/jacobpomegranate, link is in the description. And yeah, I hope to see you guys more, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the flip side, and I hope you guys have a mega day. Well, don't know if that makes sense, but I'll run with it.